Hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea Jenkins. I am a resource combination inclusion teacher at Hightower High School in Fort Bend Independent School District. And I would like to show you my adaptive learning tool that I'll be using in my English classes. It's called NoRedInk. NoRedInk is to help students specifically in writing. And as they advertise here, they build better writers in person or remotely. Here on their website, they promise four things, which is authentic assignments, unlimited adaptive practice, actionable data, and personalized high interest content. We're going to log in and I'm going to take you through a few tutorials, probably just to get familiar with the tools, logging in, and showing you the different views between a teacher and a student. So let's get started. I'm going to click log in here. You can log in with Google or with Clever, but I chose to use my Fort Bend Independent School District account. So I'm going to click log in here. Now here we're at the main page of NoRedInk. This is a teacher's view. As you can see my name here, Miss Jenkins. And here is the trial version. So the tutorial will take you through the first steps. I've already created my first class, but we're going to go to manage classes up here. And we're going to add a new class. So I'm going to enter my class's name. So we'll say English 2. We'll put a C for co-teach. And the students that I teach are in 9th or 10th grade. I'm going to click add new class. And here I said, well, I'm going to manually create a student account here. We can invite students, and I would invite students through Schoology in one link for Fort Bend, but for right now, we're just going to create one. So I will student, let's say, we'll name him Kevin, and we'll make his last name. We'll make his last name Jones. We'll click add student, and then we can add another student, and his password will be automatically generated. His username will be his first initial, last name, and some numbers following it. And for right now, we're just going to be done adding. We could also create login cards. And these login cards can log into NoRedInk and start working without a class needed. But we're going to do that later. So we're done adding students. And here, we can drop down and do actions. We can edit, reset his password, or if Kevin Jones leaves the school or the class, we can remove him from class. But Kevin's going to stay with us during this tutorial. So now we're going to go to My Assignments. Here we're going to create an assignment here. We're going to click on this new button, Create a New Assignment. And we can do 4 types of assignments. We can do a standards and tests, an assessment, writing, or practice. So we're going to start with a practice assessment, a practice assignment. And I am going to start with parts of an essay. So here you have individual parts of an essay broken down into different topics, and you can select any one of those topics and assign them to your students. So let's see here. We are going to start with introductory paragraphs. We're going to check here. This will assign part 1 is a thesis or controversial opinion, and this will be assigned to the students. Here we can preview topic with the I, and we can select sources. So we can select different books, young adult books that the kids can reference from and they can use in some of the exercises. So let me see if I can find my favorite story. Let's see here. I'm going to pick, oh, Shrek. Shrek is here. And looks like we get to pick more. So I'll definitely pick Pride and Prejudice. Let's see. I also like Finding Nemo, Aladdin, Charlotte's Web. And we're going to hit continue. So up here, we can skip the tutorial. But let's actually go through the assignment to see what an actual student will look like. So here, it gives a short demonstration of what a student will be learning about the topic. So fact versus opinion. And we have the definition. Students can continue clicking and will continue to learn different parts of what is a fact and an opinion. So once they click to let's try it out, they will be presented with a question item and example, and they'll be able to choose whether between something's a fact or an opinion. So if a student thinks this is a fact, they'll click fact, an opinion, they'll click opinion. So once they're correct, they will be notified with a you got it sign, and they can continue practicing. So let's say if a student gets this wrong, let's say they clicked fact instead of opinion. Well, actually, it's a fact. So when a student gets a question wrong, they will review the lesson here, and then they get to try again. They'll be shown what is the correct answer. They can try a similar problem. And so here they have an option of show hint, which will review the problem, and show answer. And then of course they can report a problem if they think there's an issue with the item presented. So we're gonna finish this out. They can try a similar problem again. And once they complete a level, they'll move on to the next one. And we can show answers, but only for the teacher. This will show you the mastery level. And then student, anytime they get ready they would like to leave, they can click no red ink. You can change your classes and then return to dashboard. So here we're going to click on my assignments. And here we can assign quizzes for future dates, preview results, edit, share, make a copy, answer key, This is very important for when we need to accommodate lessons for students. So here we can differentiate between the classes and performance or each item's analysis. But we can begin a unit here, and we can put the start date. So we'll put the start date for this Monday, and we'll have the start time. So our first class begins at 7:30. And it is due by 2 p.m. And we will not allow late submissions, and we can definitely assign. And we'll put our assignment name is complex sentences, scramble questions, do not allow late submissions, and we can save. We can also go back and preview it, and just like in the others, they'll be able to see. And if they get it wrong, they can see it, or we can. So once the child gets it wrong, they'll be able to review it. They can always exit. Student data section is also very important for teachers. This will be able to show us class averages. It will also show grades, averages through particular dates. We can download that data, and we can also present it to parents or any other stakeholders. Mastery section will show us which students mastered what across any classes or any particular grades, and we can group them. The settings here will show us as points or percentages. We can organize it by diagnostics, quizzes, practice, or writing. And of course, we can select the classes. And that concludes my tutorial for NoRedInk. I'm going to log out. And that's why I'm going to use NoRedInk to manage and collect data and apply adaptive learning for my students in their English classes.